I'm going to be updating my YouTube channel. I'm actually going to be doing this. Welcome to my yard and my backyard, barnyard. Been doing some things, moving some vegetable beds around, starting seeds. Don't buy cheap potting soil. It winds up being icky, nasty stuff. Need to take the trash out. Those are some volunteer pumpkins that came up from the seeds that were tossed in the veg beds last year that the twerps did not eat. I don't know why they didn't eat the seeds, but they didn't. Hello, feathered fiends. In this bed here, this is bed number 1 on my plan. Those are yellow wax beans. And 2 of them kind of didn't survive being transplanted, so I shoved some more seeds where they are. And over here, well, that was great. I just broke one of them. I'll have to shove another seed in there. Anyway, why do I have a feeling you're upside down? Yes, you were. Sorry about that. Over here, that is another pumpkin. And I'm being pecked on the leg by one of these 2 girls. Decided that they wanted some attention. Silly birds. They're ever so afraid of me. Not. Anyway, in this bed, which I had to put a mesh over top of because one of my girls likes to jump in there, will be planted cauliflower. In here, I've got some broccoli, purple sprouting broccoli. I think I'm going to plant... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the Brussels sprouts in the 2 rectangular things. Pots. This is going to be the broccoli. The purple sprouting broccoli. These 2 little things here are baby boo pumpkins. And again, I had to put a lid over top of it because Jables the Wonder Chicken keeps jumping in there. That's Jables right there. She lays green eggs. This is our new trellis that we made out of an arbor vitae that was just getting way too big. This bed is going to have more. I've got more baby boo planted along here. I just have to get more fencing to go around here and to make a lid because, again, chickens. Probably going to do parsnips, maybe 2 rows of parsnips and 2 rows of carrots along there. The cherry trees got bit by the frost, the weird winter. The ends of them, they say if you can break these off, these little buds, and if they're brown on the inside, not green, that they are, well, not good. And they are not good. So we're going to have to trim this way back. I guess we will see. On the people side of the fence, the blueberry in the back there got really big and lush, no flowers. The ones up front here have lots of flowers. Might actually have some eggs in here. That's the compost bin. We dump everything in there and let the chickens further compost. Hello, Colleen. That's not your egg. What are you doing with that egg? That's not your egg. That looks like it's Kate's egg. Say hi to the camera, Colleen. Good girl. Yes, you are. Anyway, this has unknown pumpkin. It was something I dug up out of the yellow wax beans bin. And I'm hoping it will go up here along the trellis. It can wander up out of range of the feathered fiends because they kill everything except weeds. Got to get out here with the weed whacker. The apple tree that will not die, thankfully. There's only a third of the original tree left, if that, more like a quarter. But it is going like crazy. We will probably have a fairly decent apple crop, barring any weird, I don't know, hurricanes or pestilence. No bees yet in the honey cow. I don't know how to attract them, short of going and buying a swarm. And I don't really want to go buy a swarm or a hive or whatever it's called when you actually buy it. This is our replacement apple. It is called an urban apple, and they evidently don't get very big around. They're columnar. They stay the same width. They just go up, and they only go up about 8 feet. So if we like the apples, we'll probably wind up putting one, maybe there, and one there, next to the elderberry. There. We have so many projects we need to do. I need to do something about those gutters. When we had the house painted 5 years ago, they got tucked over in the corner and pretty much ignored. The rain barrels need to be reset. The cinder blocks, concrete blocks are not cinder blocks, settled a little bit, so we've got to reset those. And the pipe that goes along the bottom, let's see, where's my finger? Okay, it goes along the bottom here, and then we have a tap here for attaching the hose to. That cracked this winter, and we just got the stuff this week to repair that, and that will happen. There's the doghouse that the dog is afraid to go into. The chickens have taken it over. Propane tank with 3 out of the 4 barrels that are going to go around it. I think it's going to have sunflowers in it. If not sunflowers, maybe sunflowers on the sides and cherry tomatoes up the front. I don't know. I'll figure something out. And that's, well, no, that isn't it for the backyard. We have this stuff. This is the Arbor Vitae branches that we use to make the trellis from. Need to be ground up and put around the blueberry bushes. Chives are doing great. They come back every year. Those are strawberries that I just yanked out of the path. Our strawberries grow like weeds, literally. Tuck them into weird places, and they continue to just grow. But this is what I'm happiest about so far, is I've got this part of the pond, the first tier here of the pond overflow, the waterfall part, set. I have to backfill on this side of it and then level this, and then we can turn on the biofilter here. This part over here is getting shifted this way a little bit because the pear tree, that is a blooming idiot, has overtaken the path, and it really is not in the right place. And this pear tree has the traditional pear-shaped pears. That has more blooms on it than it has in years. It took it forever to start blooming, and now it's going great. Believe it or not, there are fish in there. We did not have a large fish kill this year. As a matter of fact, I didn't see any floaties from the spring from when the ice left. Usually there's 1 or 2 that didn't make it, but I didn't see any. So that's a good sign. And now that the weeds are growing in the cracks, it's time to get out my weeding knife. It's time for me to put on my weeding hat. Pull up my weeding panties and get to it. Just one of those round to it things. It's supposed to rain today. You can see it's cloudy and icky. But we're getting there. And if I can figure out how to pause this, I'm going to pause this and take you to the front yard.